All right, I debated whether or not to record this, but I decided, why not? So, the Israel coalition government is going to be sworn in on Sunday. There's going to be a change in the spokesman, or the I'm trying to think of the word now, but basically the head of the Knesset is going to change as well. These two events are going to occur on Sunday, tomorrow. It's being recorded on June 12th here in the good old state of Texas. Now, I saw this very much Christian Zionist group, and they legitimately call themselves Christian Zionists, who live in, as they say, Judea and I can't remember the other thing, but basically the West Bank. They don't like calling it that because apparently, extremely LARPy, extremely sus, because they say sign up for our Patreon. You take a look at their Patreon. They only have 7 patrons. That's very sus. I mean, especially when you consider, their fairly high quality videos, this and that, which is typical of YouTube. It's like, so where are they getting their money from? They're part of a larger organization where it's like Yahoveh or Ha-Yoveh. Let me see here. What is it actually called? Ha-Yovel. Excuse me. Ha-Yovel. So Ha-Yovel, of course, serve Israel. They are joining to help the Israelis, this and that, and they're basically waiting for the end of the world, basically, which could occur because they are, I was listening to the Empire Files with Abby Martin, talking with I can't think of his name now, but basically a native-born Israeli who, now has become an activist, this and that, but destroying the Al-Aqsa Mosque and putting in a Jewish temple there, which would spur, like I say, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Very much, we're getting into, like I say, a lot of biblical stuff, and I hesitate to say anything more because I don't want to be a fear monger, as much as I have done some of that. Take it for what it is. I'm just going to leave it there, but it has been mentioned. So, what will occur with this new government, of Naftali Bennett, who they say for 2 years, Naftali Bennett is going to be the prime minister, which has more power than the president. And then, of course, will Yair Lapid, of the center party of Yesh Atid, are they going to take over from the Yamana party, which is the party that Mr. Naftali Bennett is from? I think ultimately nothing is going to change. It's just going to continue to get worse. The money is still going to be flowing into Israel. I think that there's going to be continued people, like I say, there's so much propaganda on all the sides. And although I have purported some of that propaganda, I'm going to kind of eschew myself of a lot of that and just say there's a lot of propaganda on both sides. So let's be careful. But the thing is, though, I did find out is that they did not release the information of what agreements were made to get this coalition done. That is not going to be released until they are sworn into the government. So, which is very sus already. Like I said, I hate to use the Among Us memes and whatnot, but it's very questioning. It's very hinky. I'll use that. But this is where we are. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've used that before, but to question these, I think it was 6 parties. Most of them were, like I say, there's no far right representation. Well, the thing is that, Naftali Bennett is far right. That he really is. Is that he has tried to play all the different sides. That's the whole thing. He was right next to, Netanyahu when he was part of the opposition party, opposed to Likud. And then, Netanyahu joined Likud and everything else, right? He's been in office for a good long time. He's had a good lot of years. And in a lot of ways, he is a carbon copy of Netanyahu. Naftali Bennett is. So, but like I said, I've discussed this before already. And many smarter people have discussed this. But I think you're going to see not much change. It's going to continue to get worse. I think that eventually the Arab Post Party, like I said, the thing is that the Yabanam Party that Naftali Bennett is a part of only has 6 seats out of 120. They simply wanted these different parties so that they could get a majority going. What they promise, that's what people are going to be waiting for, right? What did they promise the Arab Post Party? What did they promise the Yesh Atid Party? There are a lot of assumptions, this and that, but not much information has been released. So I will try to eschew myself in this area as well. But there's a lot to be said. And a lot of folks are going to be questioning, hey, what was in those agreements? So that's going to be the first thing, but it's going to be a continued effort. Things are going to continue to get bad. I don't know if it's going to be the apocalypse, but I think it's going to get very nasty. And if you're religious, I would say make peace with God. I would say to pray and do as many good things as you can. Do as many good deeds as you can. And to just good works, I think, is the proper term. And if you're not religious, I would just say get so. I would say get religious in some way. And just hope that things will work out. Anywho, like I said, there's a lot of sad posting, a lot of stuff I really need more information on, but I think I'll keep it there. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later, and a goodbye.